with Bruce. I know it's Monday, and I know you're probably thinking to yourself, I thought he posts on Thursday. Well, last week we posted a little early because I wanted to get the news out that we were going to be on Christy's show Saturday. So I'm going to try to go over some stuff real quick with you that we did Saturday. First of all, we had an amazing giveaway. I gave away 4 tickets to Tri-City 7 Cinema. Thank you, Miss Robin. And with that, we also gave away 4 buffets at Mama's house. So we gave away dinner and a movie. Thank you, Michael and Angela at Mama's house. If you haven't been to those 2 places, take off. Now, here was the question. In 1999, this TV show was given an Emmy Award for Outstanding Casting for a Comedy Series. Number 1, I wanted to know what was the sitcom that got the award. And number 2, I wanted to know what the actress was that was in the sitcom and is in a movie that came out this past weekend. We gave hints of City by the Sea, James Franco. We gave hints of Scooby-Doo. And finally, Terry and Elizabeth guessed that it was Linda Cardellini. So congratulations, Terry. Again, thank you, Robin, Michael, Angela. Dinner and a movie went off great. We had a ton of people calling in, so thank you. Hopefully we'll have more stuff to give away. What were the things that we talked about Saturday with Christy Slaughter? Thanks, Miss Christy, and thanks, Rick, for doing a Saturday with our show. We talked about Bruce has been doing some colluding with the theater managers. Yes, I used a hot word there. What I found out was there's a couple of things that the movie theater managers and employees want you as the customer to know. Number 1, they're asking, treat the staff with some respect. Maybe you came in and you thought the movie time was this time and maybe it wasn't. It's not the employee's fault. Maybe the seat next to you is broken and you can't get your buddy to sit with you. You know, somebody somewhere is looking at fixing that seat, so don't take it out on the employee. If your popcorn's cold or your soda's not just right, tell them to replace it. I'm sure they will. But don't take it out on the employee. If the person in the theater is using a phone or something, just go tell them. They want to know. But respect those employees. They work hard for that kind of money. The second thing, speaking of phones, that they wanted you to know, on your phone, just don't even bring it in. And if you do bring it in, don't put it on silent. Don't dim it. Turn it off. Just turn it off. If something happens and you're out on a date and you got a babysitter at home or something and you get a call, step out, take the call. But as far as the theaters go, just don't even bring it in. The third thing that they wanted you to know, check their website. One of the things that we just mentioned was maybe the movie time wasn't what you thought it was. Don't go to Yahoo. Don't go to Google. Don't go to Fandango. Go to the specific movie's website. There's where you're going to get the correct information. So they ask you, only use their website for information about them. I think that's fair. Number 4, clean up after yourself. They're not asking you to bring a mop and a broom and a vacuum cleaner. They're not saying that. All they're saying is, you walked in with your hands full of popcorn and a drink, and you walk out empty-handed. If you got your kids or, your mom or dad's with you or something, that's one thing. But if you got free hands coming in and going out, take that bucket and that thing to the trash can. The last thing that you may not be aware of, number 5, you can be banned from a theater. Now, granted, it is an extreme situation where, you've gotten into it with somebody or there's been a major problem, but you can be banned from a theater. So that's a couple of things that the theater owners wanted you to know. What came out this past weekend, I know I'm a little late. The Curse of La Llorona, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Fear and faith collide in a supernatural thriller when a social worker investigates child endangerment. She gets caught up in some pretty strange magic, but the church says that they have people that deal with these sort of things. Who's in it? Linda Cardellini, that's where the trivia question came from. Velma from Scooby-Doo, she was also in Avengers, Green Book, and Simple Favor. So Linda Cardellini's coming around. She's in a lot of films. So there's a supernatural for you that's out right now. Faith-based movie, Breakthrough. Estimated 90% of people who have a cardiac arrest outside of the hospital don't make it. About 10 people a day are killed due to the 5th largest cause of unintentional death in the United States, and that's drowning. So I asked Scotty, he used to do CPR. I think he used to work on a rescue squad. I asked him if he'd ever done CPR on someone, and he said, yeah. And I, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. Well, in this particular movie called Breakthrough, Joyce Smith's 14-year-old son, John, falls through the ice. He's rushed to the hospital. As he lays on the table, he has been deceased for 60 minutes. I said 60, 60 minutes. Joyce's emotional plea to God. You're right. John's heartbeat starts back up again. So there's your faith-based film that's out right now. How about a little comedy? You see what I did there? The name of the movie is Little, and it's a comedy. Is this big in reverse? Jordan transforms backwards in a hilarious comedy as she is her 13-year-old self, who now has to depend on the very people that she terrorized every day. Now, it is a little comedy, but there are some lessons to learn here as well. How about family friendly? Have you ever been to Shangri-La? Of course you haven't. There's no such place. It is a fake utopia that was created in 1933 by the Nobel Prize Lost Horizon. It was a place where people lived longer, they lived in peace and harmony, and they were isolated. Well, the missing link, the movie, Mr. Link, yeah, you guessed it, Mr. Link, he may have some distant cousins who live in Shangri-La. But Hugh Jackman is his tour guide / mythbuster, and Zoe Sandelin, well, she's got the only map to Shangri-La, if it even exists. So there's a family friendly. So there's 4 movies that's out this weekend. Some of the other things that we talked about was red carpet home cinema. This is first run movies that come out at the theater. Like this weekend where Avengers is coming out, if you subscribe to Red Carpet Home Cinema, you can see that movie at your house. Yeah, I'm at my house, in case you didn't know that. But it's not going to be playing at my house because I don't have that kind of money. $1,500 to $3,000 per movie. That's right, per movie. Plus, I'm sure there's a pretty good setup fee as well. Kim Commando also talked about a unit that would cost about $35,000 up front from Netflix, and each movie would be about $500 or $600. I don't know if that was ever rolled out or not. But another thing that we talked about Saturday, I know we're running out of time, Signmark events, another reason to go to the website for all this stuff. Signmark events, the 80th anniversary of Batman. Let me give you an example. May the 4th, the 1989 Batman. May the 6th, Batman Returns. May the 12th, Batman Forever. And May the 14th, Batman and Robin. Why? Because it's 80th birthday of Batman. Pinnacle, flashback cinema, 1952, Singing in the Rain. That was the 21st yesterday, but it'll be again on the 24th. When Harry Met Sally, he got mail, was that 1989, When Harry Met Sally is 428 and 5-1. How about the fact that AMC, I think it's in Johnson City and Greenville, AMC is rolling out buffalo chicken flatbread. Now, these guys are starting to up their menu a little bit. Johnson City and Greenville AMC is leading the way. What happened at Abingdon? Well, Abingdon, of course, has that killer arcade. You just can't go up there and not play 20, 30 minutes worth of video games. Dinner and a movie. Who's moving in next door? Beef O'Brady's. I don't know if they're open yet, but I know they're hiring. So Beef O'Brady's is coming in right next to Abingdon. Let's see. The next free movie was Saturday, was Peter Rabbit. And this coming Saturday at 11 p.m., free movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Now, there was one movie that I didn't get a chance to do a lot of homework on, but I saw the previews. It looked really good to me. I'd love to go see it somewhere. I think I only saw it at the Pinnacle and Abingdon, and it's called Mine 9, as in the number 9. My accent sometimes throws people off. 9 miners, 2 miles underground with 1 hour of oxygen. Wow. Speaking of trailers, I did see a trailer for the live-action Lion King, which is coming out pretty soon. But you know, there's some people that have some complaints about it already. It's not even out yet. Scar, remember the bad guy in the Lion King? Well, they don't like Scar. They say he doesn't look right. So people are already complaining about the movie before it's even hit. Think of the difference in the Joker with Jack Nicholson, where he's like all polished and clean looking and kind of handsomely evil, and Heath Ledger with his rugged, kind of unkempt Joker. He's kind of nasty looking, right? So that's the difference. They're saying that Scar, the old Scar, was kind of handsomely evil, and the new Scar just doesn't cut it for them. We'll see. You know, the movie's coming out pretty soon. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in with Movies with Bruce. Sorry, this is a Monday edition. I know it's going to throw everybody off, but we will have one review for Thursday. Just going to focus on one movie, and it's a throwback movie with Will Smith and Gene Hackman. Maybe you could guess what it is. Who knows? But we're going to be doing that Thursday. Thank you for following me on Facebook. Thank you for sharing this. And also, if you have folks that aren't on Facebook, that don't want to get on Facebook, we do have it over on YouTube. And lastly, 92.9 WFHG Super Talk once a week, Thursday mornings at 7:50. Isn't it beautiful outside? The weather's great. Sinuses are going haywire. So I don't have any of the ferrets out here with me. They're not awake yet, but they're doing great. So thank you guys. God bless you, and I hope you all had a happy Easter.